one transaction per second inside of a complex system might actually be more like a couple hundred. Let's dive into it in today's video with the truth behind Cardano's 1 TPS. So you might have seen it on Twitter, you might have seen it on some headlines that Cardano's transactions per second are heavily lacking and we only have 1 transaction per second. Well, that is not really the case, especially when we dive into it and look into what's in one Cardano transaction compared to other blockchains. Looking into it, it doesn't take that much to realize that Ethereum and other blockchains, they might have 41 transactions in 12 seconds, 3.4 TPS, and Cardano, 590 native tokens plus 12 ADA transactions, 602 transactions in 20 seconds for a 30 TPS equivalent. This is really good, equivalent to the account model, and 9 times faster than Ethereum. Now, there are a lot of other examples of this, but most people don't realize because they see the 12 transactions and they think that is all the TPS we're looking at here, when in reality, Cardano just does less with more, or more with less. Going to the website right here, eutxo.org, you can see every block that is being made on Cardano. Essentially, every time a block goes through, transactions are included. And as you can see right here, 200 native tokens, 10 complex transactions, 8 native token single transactions, 9 pure ADA, even a min swap, and tons of things that happen every 20 seconds when a new block is made. Each one of these little boxes being a token being sent inside of a complex transaction, which on other blockchains, you typically have to not just send them all at once, but send them one by one in different transactions, and it is not convenient whatsoever. Many other blockchains also boost their stats or pad their stats with TPS because they can. It's a statistic that is easy to manipulate, especially if a blockchain structure is based on manipulating that specific metric. TPS or not TPS, what matters most is the fundamentals and how users can interact with the blockchain, how long their transactions are going to take to go through, and what can they include in those transactions. Truth is, Cardano's 1 TPS is really a lot more because each transaction can have 100 transactions inside of the transaction, and that is the beauty of extended UTXO on Cardano. And that is the beauty that most people on other blockchains like Ethereum don't see when they're comparing transactions per second or Solana, and they just think Cardano as 1 TPS when it definitely doesn't. Moving away from the transactions per second based on layer 1, we are going to take a look quickly at layer 2, and there are a lot of solutions on Cardano, not just Hydra, which has been all over the news, to 1 million TPS theoretically. So in theory, 1 million TPS with Hydra, a layer 2 solution built on Cardano to utilize Cardano's layer 1 security, but bring it over to another layer, reaching 1 million TPS. Now, I don't know if this is going to happen. In theory, it could, but in reality, we don't really need 1 million transactions per second. Even with a bunch of users, it's usually not going to be that crazy. However, it is nice to have more scalability, and a layer 2 solution like this brings a lot of more capabilities to Cardano in general, and just the blockchain space. People not being stuck waiting for something is important, but also inherently having a strong layer of decentralization and security behind that is the most important part. So we're not just making another Visa or MasterCard. Now, I showed this video earlier this week, but it's pretty much SundaySwap and their demo where they test out Hydra and they show the transactions going through pretty much instantly. And this is really cool. They press confirm and it goes through, and they press confirm and it goes through. This is kind of the layer 2 experience in general. Inherently, the best part about layer 2s is that they work on their own sector, but they still use the security of the layer 1 they're built upon. I'm not sure if Hydra is going to be layer 2 that takes all the cakes, because there's a lot of layer 2 solutions out there, but having these options and having these in sight makes a lot of people excited, and really just being able to do that and use these protocols or layer 2s to transact and still have the security makes people want to be here. It makes people want to stay on Cardano, and it makes people kind of have a need to stay on Cardano because it is one of the most secure blockchains, and especially decentralized ones we have. Kind of a funny tidbit before I end the video, because I don't want to take it too long today, but Cardano's TPS, if you look up Cardano 1 TPS, it pops up with a auto response saying that Cardano can process more than 250 transactions per second, compared with around 4.6 TPS for Bitcoin and 15 to 45 for Ethereum 1.0. This makes the Cardano network very scalable. That said, Ethereum 2.0 is Ethereum's network upgrade to address price security and scalability issues. And it's interesting because if you click on these little prompts, it says 250 transactions per second, 250 transactions per second. And most people don't even want to Google Cardano 1 TPS to find that out, that it's easily a lie. And these transactions have transactions inside of them. And also with layer 2 scaling, Cardano's transactions per second are going to exceed user expectations, in my opinion, and user experiences prior to having what Cardano is going to have. It's just a short video for today. I wanted to get that out of the woods. A lot of people think Cardano can only do 1 TPS. That's completely wrong, completely false. There's a lot of falsities out there around Cardano and other blockchains, and clearing up one at a time is the goal here, and also trying to have some fun and enjoyment in the bear market. Hope you guys have a great freaking day. It's me, your friend Jack. Stake with the Jack, stake, pull, turn passive ADA on your ADA. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.